Afternoon, folks. It's Sunday afternoon here. I'm going to go through these charts quickly with you, show you where we are and what we've got set up and where I think these markets might generally go. But I'm going to do a live stream this week. I'll try and do one about once a week and we'll cover everything in a lot more detail. If you're not subscribed to this channel, now's a good time to do so because I will be holding a draw during the live stream and giving away 20 free paid memberships. So press the subscribe button below this video and also press the notification bell so that you don't miss out on the live stream notifications. Okay, so let's go through this very quickly. I don't want to take up a lot of your time on a Sunday, but we will cover, as I said, a lot of this in more detail during the live streams. On this page, I've got the Forex majors, the euro, the pound, and the dollar yen, and then a couple of the yen crosses and the dollar index. I think the most important thing on currencies right now is to continue to watch the dollar index. Now look at what happened on Friday. We're still holding above the 200-period moving average, but Friday's candle was a reversal candle. Notice we have not closed above the 20-period moving average, that's this green line, for about a week and a half maybe, and we failed to do that again on Friday. So we're below the 20-period, but above the 200 and above the 50. But we've got this reversal candle from Friday. Not only is it a sort of a dark cloud cover candle, it's also pretty much an engulfing candle. The body of Friday's candle completely covered the body of Thursday's candle, and we made a new high. So it is a dark cloud cover candle. You can see we made a new high, and the body of this candle covers more than half of the previous candle from Thursday. But we've actually covered the entire candle body from Thursday, so it's an engulfing candle as well. We've got a reversal candle on Thursday, which was bullish, a reversal candle on Friday, which is bearish. So pretty much a bit of a mess at the moment. For that reason, I'm not going to be trading the majors, the euro and the pound, although we can see that they have a propensity to move higher because the dollar index may well move lower. What we are trading is the dollar yen, and you can see we've got a one up, one down candle on the dollar yen, just below resistance. That's the resistance level. Below this very short-term trend line, which is now broken. Thursday formed a big reversal, but had a spike low and didn't manage to close below the 20-period moving average. But then Friday reversed that, and what we've got now is a one down, one up candle. It's a reversal pattern on the daily chart. It's a pretty good reversal pattern, so we're hoping for this to move lower. My target on the dollar yen is first of all into these support levels down to about 145 to 146, and a break below that, possibly leading to a move to the low 130s. We're also short Swiss yen, that's doing pretty well. We got a little bit of a bounce on Friday, not as much as the dollar yen. We only retraced back up to the 50 MA and this previous resistance level, and we're hoping for a move down to 168 and then down into the low 160s. Right, stocks now. Basically on stocks, it's quite complicated because we're bullish but looking to short. I have a short position on NASDAQ and I hedged that below 18,000. So we actually hedged in some profit or locked in some profit on that trade, but it's now moved a little higher. We have an all-time high on the NASDAQ and on the S&P, and we've broken back inside this channel on the NASDAQ. I'm not sure how much higher this is going to go. We've got the channel center line above us at about 18,800. That's up here. That would be the first natural target. You'll see often when we get to the channel center line, that acts as a resistance or a support level. You can see it all the way back here with this broader channel over there and there. And you can see it on this dotted line in the narrower channel. I did a video last week on the NASDAQ. Please have a look at that. I'll link that at the end of this one. But basically, we're looking to sell into rallies. I'm really not trying to pick a top here. The market's bullish. Don't get that wrong. This market is moving higher, and there's no indication just yet that we're going to move lower. The markets are incredibly overbought. On the NASDAQ, for example, from the 2023 lows up until where we are at the moment, we've rallied 75% with barely a pullback. A little bit of a pullback late in 2023, and that was only about 11.5%. So not much of a pullback, but a 75% rally from the bottom to the top. So it's an incredibly overextended market. There's enormous interest on both the bearish and the bullish side, and we don't know which way the next move is. My general idea is that we're going to pull back a bit in the second quarter of this year, starting around about now, and then they will pick up towards elections. So we'll try and pick up some profit on the way down, but more importantly, I'll be looking to buy on dips with about a 10, 15, maybe a 20% correction. That could take us down to, first of all, 16,800 and then about 15,800. And these are the areas that we'll be looking to reverse these longs and potentially look to buy. So that's what we're doing. We're just cautiously looking for a reversal somewhere between here and the channel center line at about 18,800. We're currently at 18,300, so somewhere in the next 500 points. For a move back down to about 16,800, maybe 17,000. And then potentially move back down to this line here, which is at 15,800, 900, call it 16,000. It's also the channel bottom, and it's also where the 200-day moving average is. At some point, we'll need to get back to the 200. Whether that'll happen through a pullback or whether the 200 will catch up with us, still to be seen. But I think we do need a pullback, probably down to about 16,800 and potentially down to 16,000 or 15,800. The same goes for the S&P and other markets, individual names like NVDA, AMD, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, etc. And then we've got a couple of the laggards down here, Apple and Tesla. And actually, if we were looking to short NVIDIA at some point, I might like to hedge that by buying some Apple or Tesla or both. So gold's been a superstar on Friday. We've been long from 2029, and on Friday we finally got the rally that we've been looking for, the big daily move that took us to about 2087. I'm looking for a continuation of this move. We've held above the green previous all-time high, which is really good news. I'm looking for a move up to 2135, and then beyond that up to about 22, 23, 24, maybe even 25 or 26. If we get a little pullback tonight or on Monday, I'll be looking to add some more gold to this position. I'm not trading silver, so I'm not going to comment on this, but for those of you who are silver bugs, you'll be happy with the move on gold and the start of a move on silver, which might follow suit. So going across to energies, we're long on URA. We bought down into this dip last week and we've rallied up quite nicely from there. We didn't get the long UEC trade, unfortunately, but I'll be looking for dips down to about, I don't know, $6.80, $6.50. If we can get that next week, it'll be a good chance to buy. Natural gas we're long on, actually just holding up quite nicely above this support level now. Was resistance, it's now support. And we managed to close on or above the 1.82 level on Friday, which is really good news. We didn't close beneath the top green line, so it's still pretty positive. And I'm looking for a move up to about $2, maybe $2.05, and maybe even with a bit of luck, $2.20, maybe $2.40, who knows. But for now, we're holding a long position. We'll see how this opens on Sunday. I have a small position on this. I'm willing to add to this on dips, but those dips would have to be down to about 1.6 to 1.5. On the NYMEX Henry Hub day chart, let's have a look at that. And you can see just holding above the 20-period moving average on this day chart. And I'm looking for a move up to the underside of this consolidation region here. That's just above $2. With a bit of luck, we could get to the top of that. That's at about 215. And perhaps with the luck of the Irish, we could get even slightly higher up into this region here, where all the moving averages are. And specifically this area here, where the 200 and the 100 period daily moving averages are in confluence. And that's at around about $2.60. These will move down as the days progress, probably down into this area here. And that's at around about $2.40. So it's going to be really interesting. Perhaps we'll get some weird, out of the ordinary demand for natural gas, some sort of catastrophe that goes on, and the price will just surge dramatically higher. I don't think so. Could actually happen the other way around. Perhaps the price will drop dramatically lower and give us more opportunity to buy. We'll do another natural gas video on Monday, a more detailed video once we've seen how this week starts. So make sure you subscribe, press the notification bell, and also make sure you do it so you can enter the draw for free memberships. And then finally, Brent Crude and WTI. I'm not going to actually enlarge these charts because I want to show them both together. Brent Crude spiked up to $84, this previous swing high, and then fell down quite dramatically and did not make a new swing high. Whereas WTI actually did make a new swing high, but it also fell back down just as sharply and did not close above the previous swing high. So neither of the oil prices, neither Brent Crude nor WTI, managed to close at a new swing high level, and that's really important. I remain short on WTI, I have nothing on Brent, and I'm short from the red arrow. And despite that spike high, we've fallen back down again quite sharply, back down towards the level that we got into. So we remain long on natural gas, short on WTI, and I will cover these in more detail in a video early next week once the markets have opened up. Finally, Bitcoin, well, what can I say? I guess it's just a buy, really. I will continue to look to buy on dips. And I'm hoping we could get a dip back down to the low 50,000s. I'm not sure if we're going to before we surge up higher and potentially make a new all-time high above 69,000. We're not far off from that now. And as I said in my previous video, I got the entire move from 39,000 to 51 and then got out of that trade, never had a chance to get back in, and we've gone all the way up to 60 something now. So we'll have to see how that goes. US 10-year yield just falling off as the dollar falls off with it. We're back down into support on the 10-year, and we still don't know which way this is going to go. The green areas are the supply and demand zones below us, and we've also got the 200-day moving average, this purple line just below where we are at the moment. In fact, the price closed right on top of that on Friday, so we'll have to see how this reacts next week. The VIX is just moving down again. As I said in my last video, we're looking for a move back down to about 12.8, 12.7, maybe 12.5, and we're looking to buy VIX again. Have a fantastic Sunday evening. Don't forget to subscribe to enter the draw, and I'll see you in the live stream next week. Take care.